Some of you have heard my piece about destroying Chef versus O'Neill and just putting choice in school wherever it exists. It's easy to do in Connecticut since we're a compact state with fairly high funding right now. Easy. What about integration? That's what some people contend is a noble purpose of Chef versus O'Neill. Well, the purpose is now getting hurt by judicial rulings that said, well, our system for apportioning seats in magnet schools has to have at least 25% of the seats accorded to whites and Asians. Now, if African Americans and Latinos number more than 75% who want those seats, right now, they're deprived. And those seats, perversely, go empty. In the best schools, meant to be better for urban blacks, the seats go empty for the very black families that want them. How despicable. And what of integration? Well, if it's by race, it's irrelevant. Integration should be based on values and common interests, and we have that already. Kids in every school gravitate to like-minded kids. And we've had that for at least 40 years. When I was in high school, where did people sit at lunch? We had total choice. Among the boy tables, now many boys were too scared to sit with girls. So the all-guy tables, it was pretty clear. There was the table for jocks. There was the table for theater people. We called them queebs. There was the table for computer geeks. And there was a table for nerds. I was in the nerds table. 20%, 2 of our 10 regular guys are black. It didn't matter what your skin color was, and that was true across all the tables. It was interest that mattered, and skin color was absolutely irrelevant. By the way, the nerd table has become pretty successful. I have a 40th reunion coming up. I've been in touch with all but one of those guys, and happy and prosperous thanks to a good private school education. My goal for the choice in schools is to allow public schools in Hartford to be the equivalent of private school educations, and it is doable. Now, it might not be doable right away, so along the way, if you got kids in school, you'd have the voucher to be able to go to Watkinson, Westminster, Loomis Chaffee. You might not be able to get the whole tuition, although most of those schools are very receptive to reduce tuitions from urban families where the income isn't high. So you might get the total ride or close thanks to a state's choice in school agenda. I'm behind it. And very benevolent schools that would like to have Hartford kids come to them. The race of the people in public schools is irrelevant to the kind of learning that goes on. There is no critical mass needed. Ask almost any student in Avon or Simsbury of color whether they are discriminated against, whether they are made to feel uncomfortable because of their race. Unless they were coached by some professional agitators, the answer will be no. Suburbs are totally welcoming, and I'd like to make sure that students have the chance, thanks to a voucher system, to be in any district armed with voucher dollars that helps make their parents have more choices and ultimately help schools, especially those in Hartford, improve. I'm Mark Stewart, aka Stewart for Hartford. Thanks for listening here, and a forward of this and maybe other things you'd see at stewartforhartford.com. Worth doing, especially for parents. I have made the proposal to Speaker Ritter. It will go places whether I'm elected or not. I am running for District 1 Senate. But whether elected or not, school choice is going to be on the agenda for the next year. I greatly appreciate your attentiveness. Thank you.